Hello, everybody. Phil Cinnabar here with the word today is groggy. Ha ha. Yes. Let's see if I can do this. I can do it. Hold on. I was, whoops, let's share my screen. There it is. Groggy. Yes. I was going to the exercise last week and in the morning, of course, and I got out my car and I was bumping around and I felt my head was fuzzy and everything else. I felt uh groggy. I said to myself, "Oh, Phil, why are you so groggy? You had a good night's sleep." But I was dazed, I was confused, and the word groggy came to mind. I said, I haven't talked about groggy yet. I'm going to tell good people about why we use that word to mean weak, unsteady, like drunk, intoxicated, ill, um, being hit by a rock, and you get groggy. Okay, groggy. Um, where does he come from? In the 16th and 17th centuries, life was hard for the British sailors. They had to get up. Well, they had to work in the cold, in the wet, in the rain. It didn't matter what it was. They had to work constantly. They were severely disciplined. It was very hard for sailors in every navy. But the sailors in the British Navy had something that they could look forward to. Small little joy was when at about 11 to 12 o'clock in the morning, they would hear a whistle. It would be up spirits. Yes. And they could stop their work because they had been working a long time already. And the up spirits whistle, or the bosun would call up spirits, they would go to, I guess, on the main deck, and the bosun would then hand out their tot of rum. Yes, they loved their rum. It was served neat it was about 96 proof. They'd get their tot. It was about, I think, a quarter of a pint, and they had to drink it then, and then they could get back to work. Uh, some scenes say they had a second one at like 4 to 6 in the afternoon, but I don't know about that. But they had their up spirits, their joy in life was that. And it wasn't called grog then; it was just called up spirits. Then in 1740, this would okay, 1740. Think about that. The one admiral. Anyway, this Navy Captain Admiral just changed that. He was a hated man before he did this. He decided he was sent to the West Indies, and uh, in the West Indies they made rum, and then he didn't like the effects, so he decided that from then on, I think it was whatever August of 1740. Now the rum would be diluted. It would be cut with water. I think half and half, or maybe even less than that. Of course, this wasn't popular with the sailors. Now, this admiral's name was Edward Vernon. Edward Vernon, but he always wore a cloak called a grogan, made out of material called grogan at the time, and so they called him Old Grog. And they didn't like him because he was mean in many different ways. Nasty guy, but he didn't like it, so he made that rule. And from that day on, instead of getting their neat tot of rum, they got their watered down, and they called it this grog. And derisive and derogatory names. That's what they started calling it. Now, so grog is simply watered down rum, but if you drink too much of it, you will get drunk. And of course, people would see sailors on land; they would be waving all over, and they would be drunk. And they associated the rum, the grog, the name grog, with being groggy. And the word groggy, that's what we use today, comes from that. And that's the story, folks. This was Phil Cinnabar, May of whatever, 2022. See y'all later, folks. I think. How do I turn this off?